MSNBC journalist Katie Phang, she did the best analysis after Fani Willis gave her speech, after her father as well testified, etc., and showed how silly the entire hearing really was. The fact of the matter is, well, I tell you what, let's go ahead and listen to what Katie Phang had to say, and then I have a few choice words that I want to say after this little segment.
This is the reason why we had an evidentiary hearing. Again, it has to be evidence. It can't just be wild allegations that are set forth in a motion. But I'm glad you brought it up because I'm going to really quickly, because I know we don't have a lot of time to go through it. They allege that Fani Willis specifically awarded the contract to Nathan Wade. Well, we heard from Roy Barnes today that in fact she went to Roy Barnes first before she went to Nathan Wade. They said that she's had private financial gain. No, we've heard that she paid her own way and she did not have any private financial gain. They said that she didn't appoint the most qualified person. Judge McAfee said, we're not even going to deal with qualifications because that's not an issue. They said that she doesn't protect the public interest. I don't know about you, Lawrence, but a RICO indictment with 19 co-defendants sounds like the interest of the public is being protected. And last but not least, they kept on saying that she had a financial interest. Where's that financial interest? Zero evidence that's been provided that would say that her financial interest has been realized. In fact, Roy Barnes himself said, too, this job as special prosecutor, you don't make enough money here. And by the way, all the other special prosecutors in this case, Lawrence, they're getting paid the same day rate as Nathan Wade. Remember, Lawrence, who brought this motion? It's Michael Roman. He's an opposition research specialist for the GOP, and that's the reason why you saw the salacious allegations in the first place.
So as it turns out, they could find nothing that made it seem what she did was actually wrong relative to the case. Now, let's be clear here, folks. Here's a reality many don't want to talk about. Numero uno, it is quite often that people meet their lovers, have romantic involvements with people that they work with. That's just something that happens, and it's nothing special, nothing that should drive any real thoughts. I mean, you think about the average person when they try to make it seem like Fani Willis did something so wrong. I want you, and even the journalists that are on TV, the pundits on TV, they're making it seem like this is something such out of character because he's working on the case with her. When we do know that in the political realm, in the business realm, in all these different realms, the truth of the matter is this is not an exception. For all practical purposes. Many times it is the rule that relationships develop with people that are working together. Now, the people have a right to find out that because of relationships, etc., that their monies are not being ill spent, that their monies are not going to places they shouldn't, or that you're not abusing the system. But you know what's so funny? I mean, all over Washington, all over cities, right? We have all kind of nepotism-like behaviors where people do, because of relationships they have, pass the taxpayers' dollars to friends and otherwise, right? That happens all of the times. Not that it's right, but it happens all of the times. So I think the people have a right to make sure, well, you have a relationship with this person and this person is in fact getting taxpayer dollars. We want to make sure that isn't occurring. But they had not even a thread of evidence that would give one the impression that was a reality or that was occurring. Moreover, what's interesting is while they try to make this a negative story, I saw so many positive things. Here we had a man whose wife cheated on him, talking about Wade, and he kept the nuclear family together. Why? Because he wanted to have his kid raised with a mother and a father together. So he made that sacrifice. Very positive thing for that should be, that we learned. We didn't, it's none of our business, but we learned that it's a positive thing. We learned that Fani Willis had a great dad, a dad that prepared her for the world, that made her the independent woman that she is, that taught her about paying her own way. And even as she is having a relationship with this a Southern man, as she defined him, with the connotations that he's a type of a macho type man, she made it clear that she carried her own weight. So it blows everything out of the water that somehow there were kickbacks in there for her. Again, they completely fell on their face attempting to do what they always do, and specifically to women like Fani Willis. So let's be clear. Let's be clear. Katie Phang, thank you for encapsulating that in such a tight just over a minute segment, because I think that is what America needs to hear, what the truth really is.
We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead. Number one, subscribe to our channel. And number two, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.